The Third Testament, Section 14, The Missionary Calling, Chapter 59, The Call to Spread the New Word of Elohim. Instructions for compiling books, extracts, and translations. This is the time foretold in which I would speak to mankind, and I want you to form volumes of this word that I have given you, in fulfillment of my prophecies. Afterward, you will make extracts and analysis of it, and make it known to your brethren. Form a book of my word. Extract from it the essence, so that you may have a true concept of the purity of my doctrine. In the word transmitted by the speaker, you may find errors, but not in its essence. My interpreters have not always been prepared. For that reason, I have told you not to see their words superficially, but rather to penetrate to their meaning, to find their perfection. Pray and meditate so that you may understand them. I brought you this word and had you hear it in your language, but I give you the mission of translating it later into other languages in order that it might be known by all. In this manner, you will begin to build the true tower of Yasharah, the one which will spiritually unite all nations into one, the one which will unite all men in that divine, unchangeable, and eternal law, which is in the world you came to know through the lips of Yahudah, when he told you, love one another. When the books are formed, which will be extended throughout the world, I want my word to be printed without any blemish, as pure as it originated from me. If in that manner you allow it to reach your books, a light will emerge from it which will illuminate mankind, and its essence will be felt and understood by all men. I commend to you my teaching, for you to give it to your brothers, just as it was given to you. Never, however, argue violently when you teach it. Beware of censoring what you do not know, and understand that a clean example shall be sufficient to convert men to spirituality. Prepare yourselves to carry the good news, which will be taken up gladly by many. Although many of them will accept it with great joy, some will not. They will tell you that they have all that they need with the revelations of Yahudah from the first era and those from the second era. That is when your lips, moved and inspired by me, will say to the disbelieving men that it is necessary to know the new revelation in order to behold the truth awarded to men in past times. The right to knowledge of the new word of Elohim. My beloved people, it is necessary for you to struggle to your feet on the various roads of the earth. For I see that even in the Mexican nation, many have not recognized my work. See that in the world there are already those who, although they are impoverished in spirit, say they go in my name. And what should you, who have been filled with my divinity, do? Spread my doctrine. Do not hide from the world, nor deny it the charity it needs. Here I prepared you quietly. Later the time will come when you have to go out to prepare the roads so that my word comes to all hearts. By then, the world will have been purified through pain, and my word will seem not like an unknown language, but like something that the heart and spirit can easily feel and understand. I am giving you the book that speaks of truth and love for you to carry to all humanity. There is no people on earth to whom I can tell you not to go, because they do not need this revelation. What people can say that they are truly believers, not in name only, but in their love, their charity, and their forgiveness. Which nation can show its spirituality? In what part of the world do they love one another? Where do men truly follow the teachings of Messiah? When this message has concluded, I will cease speaking through these channels and manifest myself then subtly within the spirits. But my word engraved on the hearts of those who hear it and written in a new book shall be carried to the peoples and nations of the world as the seed of peace, as the light of true science, and as the balm for the evil that wounds the bodies and spirits of humanity. My word shall not come to the hearts when my emissaries wish it, but when my will decides it. For it is I who watch over my seed, who prepares the soil, and who opens the way for it. It shall be I who makes it arrive wisely at the right moment to peoples, nations, and homes. It shall come to them when they are already awaiting it, when their hearts, remembering my promises, are vigilant, and when they have awoken from their deep dream of pride, greatness, materialism, and vanity. I shall give my people the means to take my message to all nations. I shall permit them to find on their way men of goodwill who shall aid them in bearing my messages till the ends of the earth. Through you, the law shall be given again to the new generations. That is why I have told you that you must be prepared, for you have come to prepare the road so that the new generations of tomorrow are not idolatrous, and so that false prophets do not rise up among them to mislead humanity. You must reveal all this to the world, O Yasharal. In this time in which different ideologies have arisen, sect shall rise up against sect, and religion shall struggle against religion, nor shall they recognize you. Yet, being the children of the light and of peace, Shalom, you shall say to them that the truth exists in the contents of the Third Testament, and that in it also is the testimony of my presence and the coming of the Master in this era. You shall show humanity this book and give testimony of its truth with your fulfillment of my law. Instructions for the spread of spiritualism. Understand, people, that as witnesses to the divine manifestation in this, the third era, you have the mission of extending this message in all truth and faithfulness, that you have been called and chosen to bear the good news to humanity, showing your brothers the spiritual path, the only one that leads you to shalom, true light, and universal fraternity. Have patience and understanding. It is not you that humanity must recognize, but my work and my doctrine, and they are eternal. Your mission is to bear with these words and deeds the message that reveals to men the way to take a step toward perfection. Build on firm ground so that the unbelievers do not come and destroy the spirituality and regeneration which I have raised in you. But do not hide yourselves from fear of the world. You must show this truth to the world in the light of day. Do not in this time seek out the catacombs in which to pray and love me. Do not weaken in any way when speaking or giving testimony of me, for men will deny that I communicated with you. They will doubt that the multitudes of the sick and impoverished were cured and comforted in their sorrows. They will deny the prodigies I performed to ignite your belief. I will leave you the book of my teachings so that you can say to the world, here is the legacy of the Master. And truly, how many hearing the reading of my words will believe, and how many sinners will reform? Remember all these teachings so that the trials will not surprise you in your lives. How many doctrines and how many cults of Elohim and new ideas about the spiritual and human life you will discover. Each will show you, if you know how to understand and analyze it, one part that is good and just, and another that is mistaken and distant from the truth, which is justice, love, and perfection. Where you find errors, ignorance, or evil, spread the essence of my doctrine, which, because it is mine, cannot contain impure or mistaken elements. My teaching is absolute. It is complete. It is perfect. I tell you now that those who truthfully spread this seed with the grace as I conceded it to you shall walk in shalom. The doors that have been unopened at their call shall be opened to them, and though they will be opposed, they shall never be defeated in the struggle, because their virtue shall make them victorious through all the trials. In contrast, those who do not listen to the voice of their conscience, they who disobey my word and betray me, shall be always at the mercy of their enemies. They shall live without calm and fear death. My people, before the wars come to an end on earth, all spirits will be touched by my law of love. Although today you do not know in what manner, this message of spiritual light will come too. But when you are strong, none will dare to say that this work is true unless they are convinced of it, for none will believe them. Yet if your belief is absolute and your conviction true, none can prevent you from bearing the good news to all hearts. That is why at every step I tell you to take care of that seed, so that it may be you and your children who bear this light to the peoples of the earth. To bring my message to all places, I will permit you to use the means you find convenient, as long as your conscience tells you that you are on the true path. My peace be with you.